Now let's say the road was curving a little bit to the right. We'd just do the opposite. We'd pinch a little with the right and we drop the left down. We haven't put our hands up and over the steering wheel. Yeah. This is going to be our first unprotected left, so we're just going to turn and accelerate. Hey, it's me, Jacqueline.
Hi, it's me, Paola.
And we are here on our very first lesson. We just met like 10 minutes ago. You just finished a school day and you're doing your first driving lesson. So this is awesome. So I was just explaining to you that we make these videos so that people at home can kind of look for like guidance if they're trying to figure out different things with driving. And so we're going to focus on steering. And I'm going to talk about steering like a clock, okay? So your thumbs are at 9 and 3. Are you feeling that?
Yeah.
All right. Our road, if you look straight ahead, is mostly a good match for 9 and 3. Have you kind of feeling that? Like kind of just going to drive straight? But sometimes if we're on a little bit of a curvy road, we have to shift slightly. So look at my fingers. If we were curving slightly to the left, I would take my thumb and I would do like 9 and 5. So show me how you do that. 9 and 5. Interesting. So let's put your thumbs back at 9 and 3. You're absolutely right. You could move your thumbs down, but if we want to turn the wheel, we have to pinch a little with the left thumb. I see the right arm go into 1 o'clock. You feel that? It's a little weird at first, so we're just going to practice together. 9 and 3, 9 and 5. Exactly. And then when you're doing that, you twist the wheel a little. And then do you feel how your thumbs stay level and matched? Yeah. But you just do that slight shift to the left.
Yeah.
And then you can straighten back up to 9 and 3. Now let's say the road was curving a little bit to the right. We'd just do the opposite. We'd pinch a little with the right and we'd drop the left down. Exactly. You feel that? And I just want to point out, look how nicely your thumb fits in this place. And that is intentional. The steering wheel is designed to show you like where your thumbs fit comfortably. All right. And then go back to 9 and 3. So you've got your little slide on. Let's say if it was a more significant turn to the left, I might have to go down and drop my thumb. And now my hands are still at 9 and 3, but the steering wheel is at switched a quarter turn. Let's see if you can get that one down. Keep going. Let me see how you feel with it. Ish. But I want you to turn the H till it's a 45-degree angle.
So that way?
Let's do to the left. And how about this? Let's get you back to 9 and 3. And is it okay if I pinch your thumbs a little bit? All right. So I'm thinking about pinch and slide. And then do you see how that matches up?
Yeah.
Okay. So our hands are still at 9 and 3, but we did a quarter turn of the wheel. You feeling that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's do our quarter turn back. And back to 9 and 3. Excellent. I'm going to touch your elbow. I'm going to have you relax your elbow and just keep it super calm. Now let's say we wanted to do a quarter turn to the right. We would drop and turn again. Nice. And make sure your thumbs are level and matched. Really good. And then drop back to the left all the way down. Perfect. Now I want to see you do 180 to the left. Perfect. Excellent. And then 180 to the right. And you can do it in bigger movements if you want. Yeah. Perfect. Perfect. And now rotate the wheel all the way to the left to its full extent. You'll feel it when you've gotten there. And try to do it with big movements, like really moving down from the bottom all the way down to that 6 o'clock spot. And keep moving. Is that the end of the rotation? Good. There you go. And then 9 and 3. Excellent. So we would only have to do that much turning if we were making a U-turn or if we were reversing out of a parking spot. Let's do all the way to the left. Just feel those hands move down. Get your elbow down to the bottom. Really think about that 6 o'clock spot at the bottom. All the way down. Get us all the way to the right till we can't turn anymore. Moving that wheel around from the bottom. Perfect. All the way till we can't turn anymore. Excellent. So you feel how you notice when you're done. All right. Now, I want you to straighten the wheel so the H is pointing straight up. Perfect. 9 and 3 is your spot. And I want you to turn the wheel 1 full circle to the left, 360 degrees. You got it. And now our wheel is straight again. So when we pull away from the curb, looking at the space we have available, we're probably just gonna do like a little curve, right? Like that H, perfect. And then we'll straighten. And then when we're straightening out, we'll go 9 and 3 for a while. And then when we wanna make our first left turn, we might have to turn the wheel around a little. Exactly. So we'll just see what the road has in store for us. We'll respond accordingly. Notice what we haven't done. We haven't put our hands up and over the steering wheel.
Yeah.
We're practicing this strategy we're gonna call shuffling, where we just pinch and pull, and it's gonna make really smooth steering for you. And that's our goal, right? We want you to be a super smooth driver. Feel like you're ready to pull away from the curb? All right, go ahead and put your right foot in position over the gas pedal a little more. Show me how you're gonna pivot to the brake, and you want that small radius back and forth. I don't know if radius is the right word. That smallest degree of movement. All right, gently press down on the brake. Put us in drive. Perfect. You got it. And then with your foot down on the brake, you're gonna put on your left turn signal, check your left mirror and your blind spot, and do your subtle steering to bring us out into the road. Perfect, that's enough. Awesome. Really good. Was your noise because the car behind us decided to follow us out and that looked weird in the mirror? Watch these, friends. Awesome. I just wanted to pop in and give my highest recommendation to the Zutobi driving app. They've helped so many of my students who are feeling anxious about the driving test to do the final prep they need to pass the permit. Zutobi has simulations, additional content, videos, everything that a new driver or a parent needs to help guide learning to drive process. If you're looking for a great resource to help you or someone you love prepare for their permit, the Zutobi app is where it's at. I love how your foot pivoted so smoothly. From here, hold your brake down, and let's make sure we look right and left and right, and then we'll go. And when I'm scanning right and left and right at a stop sign, I'm thinking about your little sister that could be running up the street, somebody's dog or a friend. Nice. Really good. Nice. So how does steering straight feel?
Good.
Good. Look right and left and right and go. And it's so nice to get started in a quiet neighborhood. When you first started practicing with mom and dad, where did you guys practice?
Only in Albany. Yeah.
It's nice to start like quiet and small.
Yeah, like locally.
Yeah. So this is our first left turn. And you are doing a great job. We're keeping our eye on the runner on the left. Stop at our limit line, check right, left, and right. And then look at that blue dot on the ground. That's a visual target for you to just go out and around.
Can I go?
Yep, it's our go. You're doing great. I felt like you landed perfectly in your position, and making a left turn between an oncoming car and a parked car is not easy. You fit super smooth. Nice. I hope your steering feels comfortable. You're just doing great. Your arms feel settled?
Yeah.
Good. Nice. We're gonna keep going straight on Calusa, all the way by that black car, but we're gonna follow the rules of the traffic circle, which are, we enter into the traffic circle when it's our turn, and then we put our signal on to exit. So we're gonna curve here, yep, and then right turn signal, and look to the right mirror and blind spot. Perfect. Doing good. I hope it starts to feel sort of like a little dance routine.
Yeah.
You get your head moving, and you're doing great with your steering. You to check your speed and back to the road, and check your rear view mirror and back to the road. Perfect. And make a nice gentle curve here. Perfect. I love the way you dropped your elbows. Nice. Really good. Let's go all the way to the left turn lane like we're going down to Fat Apples. Signal. Perfect. So from here, we're thinking about when the light turns green, we have right of way. Everyone else stops for us, and we're just going to make that wide turn.
Are we gonna take a left to this one, or it's straight?
We're going to go down toward the tree. I would love to hear tips that Mom and Dad gave you about steering.
Well, my parents are they're like immigrants, so the way they learned was by themselves. Like, no one really taught them how to drive. So for my dad, because I was really nerve-wracking when I first got into the car.
Yeah.
So he was just like, you have to grab the car, like you control the car doesn't control you.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
We're noticing they're turning left and they're walking across the street.
Yeah.
So we know that we're going to have a few moments to wait. We're watching the clock count down on the right. Nice. Really good. Since it's dismissal time,
Yeah.
let's stick to 15. It feels to me like the first lesson is an opportunity to take everything you learned in the online course
Yeah.
and just like practice, full stop. Really good. We're gonna, nice. Got it. And we're just seeing mommies and daddies run to pick their kids up.
Yeah.
Luckily, we haven't seen any kids running across in front of us, but that's why we drive 15. Good.
Yeah, 'cause you never know.
You never know. We're going to make a right turn at the stop sign up ahead. Indicate from way back here. And I love how you're tracking the friend in the wheelchair. We want to make sure they get all the way across. We also want to check mirror and blind spot, and we'll follow the truck. Nice. Perfect. Well, we're doing great. So I just added this idea of thinking like a clock, but obviously you've got like your own sort of intuition already developed. That's really good. When I first started driving, I did my first left turn and I held onto the wheel too tight and I went screeching around the corner and it didn't feel good at all.
Yeah. It's scary.
Yeah. But having like the subtle clock movements that we talked about, it just helps us understand like how much we have to turn the wheel so we don't turn too much. Let's turn right at this light. We're gonna stay here for just a moment. That's considered the no driving lane. That's why it's a little bit of a different color. From here, we're just gonna wait for the light to turn green because we can't see well. Nice, check your mirror and blind spot. Perfect. Really good. Nice. And we already went through one school dismissal. Now we're gonna turn right at the stop sign up ahead. We're gonna drive by El Cerrito High School and we'll be careful there as well. Your signal from way back here. Good. We've got the friend. This is another one of those double turns, so we're going to take that outer one. Check mirror blind spot. Perfect. Really good. Let's turn left on this first street, and this is going to be our first unprotected left, so we're just going to talk about it. Put on your signal, identify your turning gap. The car is far enough away. There's no one in the crossing, but now that we paused, the car got closer. Are you feeling that? Good. But now we can go. Turn and accelerate. And our goal is to clear those intersections safely and quickly. We're going to turn left at this T intersection. Even though you don't see a stop sign, we're going to do a full stop. You got it. And before we go, we're going to do a second stop. Look again. Can you see through those bushes? I can't. Yeah. Okay, you see there's no one coming? Good. So that's another thing. The driver has the best visibility, best position. So sometimes the passenger has to trust you. Yeah. Does your dad ever say, be careful, look better? This is one of those spots. We're gonna go straight, but we have to be careful. And we have to really look a second time before we go. We have to make sure we can see all the way up the road for downhill traffic, all the way for uphill, and make sure no one's in the crossing. So creep up a little bit and then you'll be able to see better. Nice. And go when it's safe. Good. Really good. Well, I think you have given us a really good demonstration of first driving lesson, pulling away from the curb and doing great steering. So our next challenge is going to be pulling into a diagonal parking spot. And there's going to be a whole row of parking up here on the right. And let's park after this first black car. We'll slow, put on your right signal, and pull into the spot closest to the black car. Nice. And slow and stop. Perfect. Are you sure you haven't had 10 driving lessons? You are awesome. Oh my gosh. So what would you like to share about the most important things about steering for you?
I feel like having confidence and knowing that like you're in control of your car. Like, yeah. Because I feel like that was one of my biggest struggles, thinking that, like, if I just don't, like, thinking that the wheel moves too much, I guess. When it's, like, it's just about being calm and just sort of going, because the car will go anywhere you go.
Yes. And like, the wheels, you just go straight, right? And when you make a slight maneuver, it's like the width of one turn on the clock, so it's just so slow.
While turning, you can feel the car go too, so it's like you don't have to go too big.
Right, not everything is a U-turn, right? I love that. Awesome. Well, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Bye.